bully ball. Got it. It only takes a moment for Steph Curry to ignite. Trying to make a little bit of space. Martin wearing him. 10 on the shot clock. Steph Curry over to Lee. Sets his feet. And way off. Look who's there. Payton. Bridges a little bit short. Quick outlet to Curry. They corral him just over midcourt. Wiggins got hung up in the air. Hit the underside of the backboard. It was tipped out of bounds. Warriors basketball. 6.5 to go in the third quarter. Golden State leading by 5. Steph pitches it back to Wiggins. Wiggins having a much more productive third quarter. Poole rebounded by Bridges.
If I'm the Hornets right now, I'm trapping Steph Curry in pick-and-roll action. I'm going to force somebody else to make a play.
That would mean Porter, or Iguodala, or Lee, or Payton. We got a time under the floor. The NBA's leading scorer, Steph Curry, only needs a sliver of light to do his little dance.
People often look at me and think I'm a fireman because of my bravery and my knowledge of the color red. So when they came to me and said, Chief, tell them about the American Rescue Plan. I jumped down a fire pole and I got to work. Boom, boom, boom. Ma'am, do you have any kids at home? Oh, yes, I do, handsome fireman. Let's keep this professional. But what if I could put out some of your financial fires? Up to $300 per month per child. It could rescue you. Who took my Dalmatian?
What if you had to choose between fixing the roof over your head and putting food on the table? What if that leak led to mold growing in your home? What if you no longer had a safe place to call home? Help Rebuilding Together make repairs for our neighbors who have lost jobs and have to make those difficult choices. Text REBUILD to 484848.
Coming up next, stick around for Sports Center with Scott Van Pelt. He'll have post-game reaction in the marquee matchups in the East. Plus, with the NFL discipline, Aaron Rodgers and the Packers for breaking COVID protocol. And the NCAA go overboard for the postseason ban. Sports Center with Scott Van Pelt next on ESPN and the ESPN app. Meanwhile, Washington will not return, suffering a hyperextended elbow, we're told. Out of the timeout, let's see where the Warriors run. Green trying to post up on Martin. Instead, it's Wiggins on the drive. Missed the layup. And had a couple cracks at it and couldn't convert. Rozier lost his balance and fell. Lead is still 8. Curry with the left. Lobs it up. Payton finished it off. Oh! And Bridges continues to flex tonight. Bridges up to 30 points on the evening, and the meter's still running. Lead is only 10.
But think about back in the day, right? 3 days off. That's 2 days of 2.5 hour practice.
On the shot clock, not what you want if you're James Borrego. Curry on the boom. Nice dime inside. One more. Wiggins to Poole. They didn't draw it up that way, and Curry a little bit strong on the 3. Reverse layup. Melo Ball in 30 minutes has 14 points. 8 assists. Wiggins posting up ball. Double team him. Green kicks it to the corner. One more. Poole, that's the right guy, but the wrong result. This time down.
I don't even think he knew what he was doing. It's opening night, right? They get it in. Toscano Anderson, good feed on the play.
And here come the Hornets a little bit, extending their defense.
You're the Warriors. You don't want to give this young team life by being careless with the basketball and not locking in defense.
Cross-court Iguodala to Lee. Lee had it blocked. And they can make it a forward and a great dime, but no finish.
And Draymond Green is on the floor. Hard spill blocking the shot. Going dangerous.
Like he got hit in the midsection there. Still writhing in pain, and Steve Kerr calls timeout. And Draymond Green is going to be attended to by the athletic training staff. As valuable a player as there is on this squad, took a knee from Hayward in the midsection. We'll be back after this.
People often look at me and think I'm a fireman because of my bravery and my knowledge of the color red. So when they came to me and said, Chief, tell them about the American Rescue Plan, I jumped down a fire pole and I got to work. Boom, boom, boom. Ma'am, do you have any kids at home? Oh, yes, I do, handsome fireman. Let's keep this professional. But what if I could put out some of your financial fires? Up to $300 per month per child. It could rescue you. Who took my Dalmatian?
The doctor, a living legend.
Hello, this is Julius Dr. J. Irvin. One thing I have in common with some of the other Hall of Famers, we were never afraid to take the big shot.
West throws it up.
And today is no different. Good. I'm getting vaccinated for my family, friends, and community. Let's do this together. For more information on the vaccine, visit cdc.gov.
In September, Steph and Aisha Curry launched the Eat, Learn, Play bus that will act as a mobile resource center delivering critical resources to kids and families in the Oakland community. In the next 12 months, the bus will deliver 500,000 pounds of free produce, 50,000 meals, and 100,000 free books. The bus allows Eat, Learn, Play to meet Oakland children and families where they are with the resources they need to thrive in a way that brings happiness to everyone. For more Black history, always storytelling, visit theundefeated.com. Curry misfiring on the deep ball.
And there's Wiggins. Great contest again. We just take the two-way play of Andrew Wiggins for granted right now. It's so good, and it's been so consistent.
There hasn't been many uncontested shots for the Raptors so far.
That's a great point. Corner to Únete to finish it off. The Jordan Poole.
Ball game again. He's making sure he keeps Steph Curry fresh for when it matters most.
So you can load manage within a game. Is that what you're getting at here?
Oh,
and got the nice mid-range to fall. Gordon Hayward bouncing back from season low 6 points a couple of nights ago. He's got 13 now. Green downhill. Draymond with some muscle and draws the hit. Green off the inbound. Nice pass to Payton the second.
And that's what I'm talking about. Jordan Poole doing.
And down by Wiggins.
You can never assume that even if you beat Andrew Wiggins, you're going to have an easy layup. Recovery.
Oh, Jordan Poole did this the whole road trip. That beautiful drive.
If Smith with the miss. Iguodala with the rebound. Got his head up looking to move it. Bielitsa. Threads the needle and another layup.
13 points here in the first half. Steph's going to work on Marquise. If you reach, that's when he goes by you, but missed the bank shot. Looney kept it alive, and Wiggins.
Curious about a 3-day break in the middle of the regular season. How impactful is that on your team and your rhythm?
Well, when you have a veteran team, it shouldn't be a huge impact, right? Because you utilize that time by getting team, like Lee with the land, teamwork. And I was all for it and ready to dive all the way in and sell it, but I had to tell the truth. Okay, there have been some bad teams historically that really enjoyed one another.
Well, you can have a bad team and have a good time, though, right?
Yes. But
a quick start to the game being important. How do you feel about that first quarter?
Well, like our defensive effort right now, we're into the ball, we're aggressive there. Offensively, we just got to keep moving it, keep trusting. I like the looks we're getting. Not shooting a great percentage, but I expect that to continue as the game goes.
Defensively, you've held Steph scoreless. Your thoughts on Hornets hanging around. He couldn't complete the three-point play. Still a 7-point game, though. Curry walking it into the front court. Curry launches. Got it!
listen, careless at times. And in the part of growing and developing, you have to accept it to a certain extent. Think about Steve Kerr. How many times Steph Curry would throw a left-handed pass in the stands? He go crazy.
Don't want to reel him in too much. Curry with a nice cut-off ball. Put Cody Martin to sleep.
That story right here on the air.
Hey, tied your own tie tonight, Coach. That's an improvement.
Well, you're not sure about that.
Not verified. An answer after the Durant turnover on the other end. The Warriors.
31 for LeBron.
180, 61 of the 103 here for the Lakers. The only real offense, the only two players in double figures.
3.5 to go. Here is Draymond Green. Inside squeezing the trigger is Lee. Snuck in.
A 17-3 run. And they have dialed up the pressure defensively.
And the problem for the Hornets, you can play great defense because you game plan for Steph Curry, but it's not just Steph Curry. They've had breakdowns when Steph Curry's been off the floor, and the Warriors have capitalized.
Poole with it. On the baseline, missed the layup. He had 15 in the period and did a nice job at the other end of the floor as well. As we get underway here in the third, Wiggins into the front court. Off the screen by Curry. Green cross court. Curry downhill. Poole with the pull-up from deep, and he's still hot.
Aggressive with him, send him back to the rim. He's a fine player. We got 3 more to go.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.
That Hornets lead is the first time they've led after 12 minutes the entire season. Meanwhile, Curry with that 3. It's the 132nd consecutive game that he's made one. Actually, they're calling it a long 2 now. Cody Martin skying in for the rebound, couldn't get it. Draymond does. Green slips and falls, and wet spot on the floor. And Green in the front court. Great bounce pass to Poole. Everything but the layup, and they're going to call it goal. With a splash down, another 3. His 3rd of the ball game. He rejected a 4-year, $60 million deal, but Martin, with his play right now, man, you'd have to say, as they say on the street, the price of the brick's going up. Lean for 3.
With guards again, which is good. Draymond threw it off the leg of Khem Birch.
He's just a quick thinker. If I can't get it to my teammates, I'm falling out of bounds, let's just use Khem Birch. Just fire it off his leg.
Yeah, you don't want to save it under your own basket. That's what gets stolen and becomes a layup. So Draymond processed that remarkably quickly. Wiggins corner 3. Draymond even knew to find him. His newfound appreciation for mental health. I tell you, those headstrong features have been excellent. They're inspiring to watch. The Drew Robinson on Klay Thompson, the Eric Armstead, Cal Hope, and NBC Sports Bay Area. So is Otto Porter. Question. Delano Banton has checked in. Taylor's missing out of the corner. Kuminga with the rebound. So Nick Nurse is trying to find a combination. Guys either defensively or who can play this Warrior pace, because the Warriors have sped Toronto up. They're uncomfortable. Yoza attacking Kuminga. That's a good rotation. Better pass in with the inside. He was fouled.
And Hayward for Charlotte. Here's Porter out top. Scano Anderson slipped the screen, missed the layup.